Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to All of Us Are Dead. This is season 1, episode 7. And there is so much going on right now. I think, is the roof going to work? Let's find out.
That is my biggest question as well. They're all trying to get to the roof to see how well it works, and I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see if it does work for everyone.
Well, if we're not worried about any of the turmoil between any of our group.
Nah,
they'll work itself out.
They're fine.
That's a secondary story. Yeah, it's been wild. See how it plays out.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how bad that wound is on Pops there, because, man, those were some really bad shooters. Let's go!
Oh, this is a mess.
Hey, Bob, we are way behind on schedule, so I'm gonna need you to get everything hooked up like yesterday. All this stuff needs to be done by tomorrow. Gotta have it done.
Boss, I'm not an electrician. I mean, shouldn't we wait for the pros?
This can't be that hard. Couple plugins, couple wires. It's not that big of a deal. We do not have time to wait for the electrician, so just get it done. I'm counting on you, all right?
I'm counting on you. Oh!
Jumping jackrabbits, Bob, what the hell happened?
Oh, I knew this was a bad idea.
Bob's instincts were right, but his supervisor didn't listen. Now Bob's injury could be worth millions.
Wait, did you say millions? Who are these professionals that can help me?
Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But Bob is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. When your boss puts you in a dangerous situation and you get hurt, don't settle for less than you deserve. Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you every penny. And the best part? It's completely free unless you win. But Bob feels conflicted. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if the company hasn't paid him for the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing their insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad about getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Bob did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back.
Oh boy.
Oh. What kind of security van is that?
너
It's
지금
like
우리 안에
Ricky and
있지?
Julie in some
어디 안 나간
trailer
거지?
park boys.
전 안 가요, 엄마. 걱정하지 말라니까.
Oh.
엄마가 얼마나 불안하겠어. 전화도 안 하고.
엄마.
왜? 뭐?
나 이제 가봐야겠다.
너 집에 안 오고 딴 데로 튄 거 아니야? 어디 가는데?
축구하러. 끊어요, 엄마.
이제 좋아.
Oh.
Dude,
Yeah.
they've done a really good job of giving us a lot of perspectives.
Yeah.
Now we're on their perspective.
Yeah, I like how we're getting this guy just kind of dropped in here at episode 7 now. Oh, Oak is loving this.
축구를 왜 해? 제대 앞두고 다치면 어쩌려고?
First person Call of Duty style.
Would you play soccer?
엄마
What if
하루
you
종일
get
뭐
hurt?
할까? 게임도 이제 지겨운데.
군대 가기 전에 맨날 게임만 하던 놈.
확인.
이상무 이상무
컨트롤, 섀도우 감마, BIF1, 감염자 전원 사망, 식별되는 증상이 없음. 전원 3층으로 이동시작.
They're taking them out. I don't know if
Yep.
they're doing headshots or
엄마 다
what's going on, but
알아.
it's working.
축구하러 가는 거 아니지?
아, 맞다니까.
Going to play soccer.
Double tap. Double tap.
Nobody's going to double tap that guy? I mean, they seem to be very efficient, so who am I to judge?
나오세요. 괜찮습니다.
우리 살았어요. 나오세요.
천천히 질서 지켜 나오세요. 뒤쪽은 안전합니다.
Watch that one on the floor bites each one of them. Okay.
감염자 진화 보여.
Uh-oh.
So maybe they did take him in the, get him in the throat because he was not moving after that.
Difficulty suppressing the infected. Does this mean it's like, okay, the way it sounded at first, it was like something bigger.
Yeah. Are we gonna have
Okay.
something definitely sounds different.
This is one of those where you do like a back-to-back.
Oh, there we go.
사랑해 이재준. 엄마 맘 알지?
나도 사랑해 엄마. 이따 전화할게요.
He knew.
제대하고 봐. 응?
재준아,
Oh.
Oh,
이따 꼭 전화하고. 엄마
Well-
기다린다. 어?
it can't be a bite. He'd be turned already.
Let's hope he's somewhat immune.
While we're looking.
Oh, yep, he is turning.
He's not immune. Damn.
Wow, what a quick little story just on this one soldier. Oh,
That was good. For what, 3
That
minutes?
was an intense opening, guys. Wow, wow.
remember on Resident Evil 2 when you could play as the soldier who got like trapped down in the sewers or whatever? That's kind of what it reminded me
Oh, really?
of. Yeah. PS1, folks.
희망이 생겼다.
Graphics were insane.
All right, here we go.
완전 변이된 상태에서도 백혈구랑 끝까지 남아 최후의 기사처럼 싸우고 있었다. 체온만 올린다면 백혈구를 활성화시킬 수가 있다. 현재 체온 29도, 혈액순환이 되지 않는 것을 감안해 내가온법과 외가온법 동시에 진행할 예정이다.
Oh, Jesus.
So make sure they stay warm.
Yeah.
White blood cells. There he is.
You made it.
What
I
a
can't believe it.
Chuck Norris right there.
Graze.
Grazed them.
Not just any Grays, gentlemen.
Who's training those guys if
I
they
know.
can't hit?
An oblique Grays.
It was. What a legend.
Yes.
You think they'll be able to see him in that green grass and all black?
Wow.
Well, you know, when you do some quick scans, it could.
It's just a rock, maybe.
Quick evasive maneuvers.
너도 남기고 싶은 말 있으면 남겨.
넌 특별히 없는데. 넌?
우린 너 믿어. 그만 풀고 있어도 돼.
Hope that blood on the lens isn't foreshadowing.
Well, thanks. I wasn't thinking about that.
Well, no, remember, she's been, after her incident, she's been doing all right.
이렇게까지 하는 이유가 뭐야?
애들이 불안하니까.
너는 안 불안해?
응.
아까도 물고 싶다고 했잖아.
됐어. 그런 말 하지 마.
너한테서 너무 좋은 냄새가 나는 거야.
무슨 냄새?
Like butter.
모르겠어. 태어나서 한 번도 맡아보지 못한 냄새야. 먹고 싶다 생각밖에 안 들었어. 물어 뜯었으면 좋겠다. 물자. 먹어버리자. 그 생각뿐이었어.
Okay.
그러다가 네 목소리가 들렸어.
남자야.
너 내 이름 한 번도 안 부른 거 알지? 맨날 야반장.
이름 부르면 들킬까봐.
뭘?
너 좋아하는 거.
Oh.
There.
난 공부도 별로고.
It's gonna break our other girl's heart.
수혁아. 나 너 좋아해.
Oh.
Oh, one of these two are done.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
One of them's done.
Guy.
He's out of line, but he's got a point.
Oh!
Oh, see?
There it
Look
is.
at that.
God, see, now I'm wondering, like, she got bit.
Yeah, it's another level of control with the virus, essentially.
Well, like, does it transfer?
다행이다.
Bro,
죽기 전에 들켜서.
bro froze right up.
Well, he also knows that she's been.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfroze.
It only took an apocalypse for us to get together.
Love works in mysterious ways, my man.
Well, I agree with Diamond Dave. One
Yeah.
of these two aren't making it
No,
out.
I know. That's why I said it.
By the way, I hope I'm wrong. But
Well, we always do,
Yoke.
with the exception of a couple other.
yeah, she's another hybrid.
Yeah.
Look at that hearing.
Yeah.
It's like some Wolverine
Oh.
stuff.
Oh, what is that on her ankle?
It's all bubbling up.
A little bit of the bubbly. Just breaking a door.
So there's that.
Yeah.
So
stronger than
they're
most.
telling us that she's stronger than before.
Well, I'm assuming that all of the
And she's
zombies
gonna eat the
are
fish.
strong.
Well, she's a hybrid, so it's just like
Yeah.
how much strength do you get any strength?
안녕하세요, 선생님.
Oh, he's done. Red shirt.
아우, 깜짝.
Yeah, the way you rip the door out.
너 괜찮아?
괜찮아요.
Not hungry, are you?
근데 배가 너무 고파.
Sorry.
뭐?
Oh wow, she
야,
she's craving for the fish.
Because she kept hearing him, and like, so maybe she's fighting the urge right now to like eat. The little flipper.
Crunchy.
너 괜찮은 거 아니지?
We found Nemo.
야, 배가 많이 고팠나 보구나. 은지야,
Just run. Don't even have a conversation. Just run.
아프면 양호실로 가야지.
Oh! That was my lunch. It's probably still
선생님.
good.
내가 왕따 당한다고 했을 때 그러셨죠.
Oh, she told him.
그걸 왜 나한테 말해? 니네 담임은 되게서 얘기하지.
Oh, he's got a knife.
그렇게 맹하니까 왕따를 당하지.
Really?
지금도 그래 보여요?
That's great advice.
Yeah.
이제 그만 나가. 나가. 그냥 제발.
What a piece of shit.
No, she's still hungry. Oh!
Zero effect.
If something like that is doing that, wouldn't you immediately go for the head? and stuff?
Oh, that was graphic.
To be fair, though, he had it coming for what he said to her, but
Yeah, no disagreement there, but that was
wow.
들린다.
뭐가?
무슨 소리?
That's wild.
누가 오바이트 하고 있어.
Oh!
come on, back to this.
Oh.
Oh,
So now is he gonna be a Hamby or
oh, he's not a Hamby.
just full blown? Huh?
You got no guts.
니들은 안 들려? 아, 뭔 소리가 난다고 그래.
All of her senses now are kicking in.
Hearing her heartbeat.
왜 그래? 아니야. 그냥 네 숨소리가 제일 커서.
Wow, this is cool how they're showing everything.
Yeah.
It's one of the things Dave told me not to do because the microphone picks it up.
Come on.
Yeah, gotta add a little levity.
Yeah.
우리 나가자. 여기 이상해.
그냥은 못 나가. 밖에 좀비 천재야. 아, 아까 음악 틀었을 때 그냥 옥상까지 갔어야 되는데. 아씨.
음악. 맞아, 음악. 음악 있잖아, 우리.
음악이 어딨어?
We have music.
Still can't believe after that fall.
This guy.
들어와. 들어와. 빨리 들어와, 이 새끼야. 뭐해? 들어와.
Does he not see that dude's eye is jacked up?
너 괜찮아? 응? 어디서 뭐 하고 있었어, 새끼야? 너? 그럼 너지, 새끼야. 눈가를 왜 그지러냐?
Thank you.
내 눈.
아유, 멍 때리지 말고, 이 새끼야. 뭘 봐, 이 병신아.
He's done.
네가 일단 저기까지 뛰어가봐.
내가 왜?
아, 일단 뛰라면 뛰지 말이 많아, 이씨.
Oh, this is not gonna work.
아, 이 쫄보 새끼, 씨. 안 나가? 야, 빨리 가.
나 이제 쫄보 아니야. 더 이상 네 따까리도 아니고.
아, 너 뭐 잘못 먹었냐? 정신 차려,
Oh, guy is
정신.
pushing it. Oh.
알았어. 갈게.
Maybe they can both get taken out.
Remember the one guy who was
같이
gonna
가자.
take him out.
뭐?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
He's done.
Oh, look at his wrist.
조용히 해.
He's gonna snap it. This is gonna be good. You want to see this?
잘 봐.
Come on, watch.
He's gonna take the arm.
이젠 내가 네 비야. 알았어? 에이, 귀용신 쫄보 새끼. 살려달라고 빌어봐.
Slapping him back of the head.
살려줘. 나좀 제발 살려줘. 싫은데?
Oh! Bone. Oh.
시청산 눈깔 파버려야겠다.
Wow. This episode is like all gas, no brakes right now.
앞문 열어놓으면 소리 따라 들어올 테니까 복도 비면 우린 뒷문으로 가서 옥상으로 가면 돼.
그러니까 네 얘기는 여기다가 책상이랑 의자랑 뭐 이것저것 다 쌓아놓은 다음에 여기 문 열고 뒤쪽으로 도망가자는 얘기잖아.
여기 말고 조금 더 뒤에. 들어오는 쪽이 더 넓어야 되니까.
그거는 왜?
우리는 몇 명 안 되지만 좀비들은 많잖아.
아, 야 공부는 못해도 머리는 좀 좋다.
칭찬이지.
It's a compliment.
그러면 반장은 끝까지 애들 옆에 못 가. 애들도 아무도 안 오고. 싫어하는 것도 전염되고 믿는 것도 전염된대.
Trust.
남나야.
There you go. Show her that it doesn't bother her. Hopefully the others
너가
play
반장
along.
있어야 되는.
어딨지? 우리도 가서 돕자. 가자.
I wonder what she was watching.
Yeah.
Well, she was looking at them.
Yeah.
And then looking at the
Watching
camera,
the
so I wonder
camera.
if she was watching what they
Oh, what
recorded.
she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But it could have been something else too.
Oh, what a legend. Look at that. Right as rain. That's not going to work. So I'm a fan of the bolt cutters for the apocalypse.
And then he works.
Then it worked.
Right on.
Well,
We'll let it slide.
clearly not a master lock.
Right in the throat. Right in the head.
Oh.
I was gonna say you better be
All right.
bringing a lot with you.
Just the pump shotgun? That's all we're taking?
Wow, it's not a video game. You can't have like 7.
I know, but they're slow to reload.
So if he had max ammo and every weapon in GTA, you'd be carrying around like 5 tons.
No, I'm just saying, like, there probably was other.
It's got a good spread.
엄청 많이 달라붙을 거니까 무너지지 않게 잘 쏴야 돼. 저기. 빙고.
Man, I really
The
thought
way
with her
that they
enhanced hearing, she was going to be able to hear what was going on in that room and go in the door.
That's
but-
what I thought too. She was tapping her foot on the ground in there.
spend a lot of time though on him deciding where to put that section of 3 chairs. I'm wondering if that's gonna end up being a weak spot.
That's our nemesis, Cables.
I was wondering if we were going to get an update on these folks.
고3이 그거 하나 못 참냐?
아이 고3이면 다 참아야 되냐? 그럼 나는
가자.
누나, 신호할게요. 자, 하나, 둘, 셋!
잠깐만.
Yeah,
잠깐만.
load up.
야, 한 살 떨어지면 네가 이거 줘야 된다. 가자. 하나, 둘, 셋. 이방도.
Ugh.
I get it, she's the best archer, but like the other one is half her size. Lifting him up.
Something with wheels would have been nicer.
Maybe they'll find something.
Wheelbarrow or something.
There he goes.
This is not gonna work.
Oh, no.
Oh, it broke.
Dude's going to have to stand up. Yeah, just drag him. Cardboard.
Stop from being bit.
Looks like he's gonna layer it up
Cardboard.
quite a bit. He's gonna layer it up, maybe.
사람들이 위험할 때 왜 안전한 대로 대피하는 줄 아냐? 누군가 그 위험한 일을 대신해 주기 때문이야. 그 위험한 걸 우리가 대신할 필요는 없잖아요. 말이 안 통하네. 야, 씨, 진짜 그냥. 씨. 너 죽으면은 내가 상부에다가 건의해가지고 너 의인 동상 하나 만들어줄게. 이순신 동상급으로다가. 됐냐? 됐어? 아유.
That's what I was hoping.
아저씨랑 밖으로 나갈 거야. 오토바이 타고 이렇게 슝 갈 거거든?
엄마는요?
Yeah, mommy's not
That's
coming.
not mommy.
엄마는 우리 나중에 같이 데리러 오자. 알았지? 아저씨 아들이 꼭 너만 해. 잘생겼어. 나중에 아저씨가 소개시켜줄게.
저 남자친구 있어요.
Of course.
아저씨가 나가면은 어떻게 하라 그랬지?
좀 꼭 감고 아저씨 잡고 있으라고 했어요.
그렇지. 잘했어요. 준비됐냐? 아니요.
이 새끼 너 때문에 다 떨어져라 이 개새끼야.
Screaming.
Exactly.
It's all over town. Oh boy, you don't want to run into a dead end.
Oh man, this feels. What are you doing?
It's gonna try to get them all wedged in there and trapped.
With how fast they run? Well, we all knew as soon as they did that was going to happen, but still.
Yeah, it was a little. I'll let it slide.
여기요. 사람 살려주세요.
Hey!
He made it!
Oh!
여기 있을게. 살다.
He's been streaming all day.
가요 좀. 저 살려주세요. 저희 마실 거 없어.
I would tell him, yeah, stay up there.
어디? 나오잖아 이 새끼야. 내려올 수 있겠어요? 아니요, 다리 다쳤어요. 못 내려가요.
Yeah, just stay up there then if you hurt your leg.
You gonna throw him a water or something?
가만히 있어. 야, 오토바이 좀 위로 바짝대.
It kind of goes back to the conversation I was having in the review. Like,
되라고 이 새끼야 빨리.
the only two people that know about that laptop.
Yep. Yeah, and he's out of here.
Yep.
Oh, it's not gonna end well for them.
Dude, he really just left them.
Yeah. Man, this is not a good situation.
이 정도면 된 것 같은데.
이제 안 넘어올 거야? 빨리 넘어와. 저기 자리 만들어놨어. 가자.
뭐해? 안 넘어오고.
누군가는 남아서 문 열어야지.
야, 넌 머리를 쓰려면 좀 끝까지 쓰지.
괜찮아. 내가 열고 넘어갈게.
잠깐만. 같이 하자.
됐어.
Why two of us?
Yeah, it just makes it more crowded.
귀남이랑 무슨 일 있었지? 걔가 너 죽인다고 그래서. 아씨. 걔가 교장 죽이는 거 내가 봤거든.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
귀남이 죽었어. 진짜. 응. 나랑 싸우다가 4층에서 떨어졌어.
That's what you
그리고 나
think.
남나 좋아해.
Yep.
Whoa.
나 옛날부터 남나 좋아했어.
No more secrets.
온조한테 잘해줘. 어?
Yeah.
날 남자 되듯이 그러지 말고. 중신아, 뭘 봐? 문 연다. 가 빨리. 빨리 가.
This better not be it. There was too much truth going on there.
Oh, they were ready.
Nice.
Parkour. Parkour.
So is the plan to lure the majority in, fill it up, and then get the hell out of there?
Yeah. But you get enough of them in there. Those
Yeah, it
tables
doesn't
and
matter
chairs.
how much you
Yeah,
tie
right now
up,
that should be all.
no matter what you
busted.
have.
Yeah, there's no way this would be holding right now. Man, this is ballsy by these kiddos.
지금은 못 나가. 어때?
Oh.
They keep packing up like that. It's not.
Almost time, right?
Well, these couple are looking like they're about to climb over it.
Yeah, right.
That white sweatshirt there, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got to start using the tools. Push them off.
Oh!
This was such a bad idea.
They're gonna have to go in the utility closet.
They're gonna have to.
She's gonna have to open the door.
좀만 더.
It's the only way.
조금만.
Jesus Christ.
So many.
치료제든 백신이든 만들려면 저걸 연구해야 되는데 여긴 시설도 없고 인력도 없습니다.
We're in
질병
Daryl
관리청으로
Dixon
옮겨야 됩니다.
territory here. TV show that is.
어떤 이유로도 절대로 격리 지역을 벗어나면 안 돼. 인력 차출하고 시설 만들어. 필요한 장비, 의약품 전부 공수하고. 그리고
Just like that. Just do that.
저녁 일주일 남았는데 본인 자원에서
Wow.
부모님 불러서 연구 동의받아.
Oh boy. I gotta call his mom for consent.
학교를 헬기 한 번만 보내달라고 학생들은 구해야 할 거 아니야? 전쟁이 나도 안 없어지는 게 학교야. 전쟁에 이겨도 학교가 없으면 지는 거라고.
Oh, wow. You know, that commander is pulling a Michael Jordan right now.
For those who don't know, look up the meme.
지금까지 구조된 학생들 몇 명이야? 현재까지
Yeah, I was gonna say. Zero.
헬기 여유 있어? 없습니다. 전부 작전 투입됐습니다.
Unreal.
블랙호크라도 동원해서 효산시 학교들 돌아보라고 해. 알겠습니다.
What are we waiting on?
강화동도 돌아볼까요? 어머님 거기 계시지 않습니까? 구조 지역으로 선정되면 그때 확인해.
Oh,
wow. Dude is cold.
알겠습니다.
just following protocol and how he was trained. Go with your head, not your heart.
Or he already knows, like.
Or he figures it might be a wasted cause too. Yeah.
Oh, they're actually gonna make it out?
No way. Everyone, jet, come on. Let's go. Are we losing him?
No, come on. No.
Dude, just run. Let go. All of you guys, let go and run.
아 씨발 똥나 빨리 가.
Oh, you better go if you're gonna go.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah,
Good
he
job.
might have needed that because you never know. He
wasn't
might have
gonna
just.
leave.
Yeah. Shut the door. Shut the door. Shut the door.
That should buy you a little bit of time.
Ah, shit. Guess who's coming, though?
Yep.
Our big baddie. Yeah. She put lipstick on?
I ain't got seen.
Yeah, she changed.
Clothes. Trying to blend in, put a little concealer over that bite.
구출 선정구역 알파. 청목중학교 도착. 생존자 확인 불가능합니다. 알파 리포트. 효산고로 가겠습니다.
They're gonna get to the roof just
either just in time or just
too late.
out of time.
Did they shut the door, though? That's the question.
Are they gonna check that storage room?
Well, they could bust down the door if they're pressing on it, but
I mean, it did a good job of slowing them down. They're all tangled over one another.
But why are they all running in formation though?
Because they're funneling out.
They're following the smell and the sound.
Well,
the scent.
That's true. The sound is kind of.
여기요, 여기 사람 있어요. 여기요.
No, keep waving your hands. Or hurry up and unlock the door.
왜 안 열고?
생겼어.
He has no idea either.
잠깐, 비켜봐.
밖에 누구 있어요? 밖에 아무도 없어.
There you go. At least start talking.
Yeah, no
so then
shit.
they know it's.
하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘,
Open the. Just. Say something back, dude.
He doesn't want to open it.
온다.
Okay. She can hear him.
Yep.
Oh my god.
또 우리만 왕따네. 여전히 지옥이고. 다 죽어버렸으면 좋겠어. 전부 다.
Don't tell me.
They're only going to see the one and then take off.
엄마, 나야. 아빠도 별일 없지? 나는 잘 있어.
Yep, there's mom.
엄마, 그래도 청산치킨은 솔직히 좀 그래. 차라리 뭐 청산 항공, 청산 자동차, 청산 그룹 같은 거면 괜찮은데.
Look at all that.
맞다.
You kids aren't going to stop this mess that's coming.
Go out the windows.
Oh, shit.
Open that door at the last minute.
That wasn't a ninja bite, was it?
Dude, open the door.
Oh, he had his hand on it.
이거 던져!
Yeah, I suppose that could work, but...
He's got to open the door.
정신! 정신! 어떻게?
Are they going to hear somebody? They're not going to be able to hear it because of the...
괜찮니? 친구들은? 다른 애들은 없어?
What's he going to say?
Yeah, he's... Oh my gosh. Goodness,
Well,
man.
if that door doesn't open, we're losing everybody.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be able to stop him. But maybe 2-on-1, there's a chance. But 1-on-1, nothing.
Oh, what a villain.
What?
Oh,
credits.
of course.
Well, that was... Dude, to me, that was like all gas, no brake.
Oh, God.
That was one of my favorite episodes, I think.
Yeah, especially that opening, too, with the story.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll make the cut, but that reminded me, any of you Resident Evil fans, on Resident Evil 2, you could unlock playing as like a soldier who was like down in the sewers or something, and you had to run him through and get him out in a certain amount of time. That's kind of what that reminded me, because here we are, episode 7, we're dropped right in, we get this point of view from a soldier, which was cool because, you know, we've had our characters here that we've gone through these, 6 prior episodes, and it was kind of neat to just have a real compact story kind of dropped in there for us to follow along in all the chaos. And of course, our legend made it out. He was able to swim 37 miles in the water and get to where he had to be, but he made it. So that was cool. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more out of him. I mean, we had the action with those two on the moped, and dude just left on the moped. And my early prediction is that he's going to find the moped and a bunch of bodies, and because he didn't listen, none of them made it. The show has done stuff like that. That's how I think it's going to end up. We're going to lose the baby, the kid, and the guy who ran away. That's what I think is going to happen, because you got to stick together. You need each other to make this work. That's how I'd see it playing out. But anyways, good to see him make it. Good to see our streamer make it, hanging out there on the roof.
That's why I thought you meant by our legend. Streaming buddy.
No, our Chuck Norris type legend. Well, and what was interesting is we still don't know why, and I'm sure this will come later on, but why some of the people who get infected can control the virus and why others can't. If it's some kind of genetic mutation or something with those individuals that plays out in a certain way that they're not affected, that will be interesting to find out. But just an awesome episode that just kept the pace going, and this is the fun you can have with the zombie genre and having different zombies, different situations. Very, very cool. I'm really hoping our lead villain gets his, but I got a feeling he's going to make it into the end of the season, and maybe then we get some kind of satisfying end for him, but I have no idea.
The real MVP of this is dude's breaker box being able to run all those space heaters. It was just, time Dave was just scrubbing through that. I'm like that's the thing that's unrealistic about all of it.
Yeah.
There's no way anybody's breaker box would have been able to run that many space
A
heaters.
few of those might be gas.
He's got 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no way.
Well, the one almost looks like a radiator from like the heater of your apartment.
I mean, that
right
is
there.
radiant heat. But
That's
still,
tripping the breaker, guys.
Yeah.
You finally got us
Yep.
something completely unrealistic about this show.
Yeah.
Sorry, answer.
No, it's
had to
all
get
right.
that in there.
No, I was gonna say another like all gas no break episode. I mean, starting off with that amazing story of the soldier, where it's cutting between what he's doing to help out, as best he can, to him talking to his mom. So that's what made it even more heartbreaking when they did have him at the end, where they need the consent to be able to try testing, and they're like, and I think you're the one that mentioned it, that even in this time where there is martial law, he's like, no, we're still gonna let the parents know. So how is the mom going to react to that, thinking, oh, my son went to go play soccer or went to go play a sport?
Well, she didn't believe him.
No, well, pretty much, but still was like hoping for the best. But we also saw that now with they're having the bite and being able to control it, we got to see them have some of their senses enhanced, like their hearing. They can hear little pitter patters. Like the one could hear the fish like 2 rooms away.
It's intense.
And then eating the fish, which was fine, but yet when she ate her, the scumbag guidance counselor or teacher or whoever he was that told her she was going to amount to nothing, she threw that up. So I was wondering. So then I'm wondering then too with our main villain, we haven't seen him eat anybody. We've just seen him throw people to the zombies or to the wolves, so to speak, so that way they can get taken out by them. But we haven't seen him eat anyone or try to devour anyone, because we have yet. Now we did see it does turn him though. When she did eat his intestines, he did turn.
Yep.
So you can make him turn, but you for her she couldn't ingest them. So the goldfish you could eat, but not the not the human, because I think since they're not fully turned, because zombies when they eat, they just eat. You never see them
and maybe it's just
do anything else, right? You never see them do anything else. So they just eat to eat, and then that's it. So I'm really anticipating what's going to happen. And also showing the super strength that she's just, Diamond Dave is scrubbing through it just to destroy the doorknob to get into the room to get to the fish. So we see, obviously we already knew that they're going to have so to speak powers, but now we got to see it in real time, how more enhanced they got and everything like that. So that was really badass to be able that they could hear the heart beating, but I thought they were going to go in the storage room.
That's what I thought too. Yeah,
they did not.
Yeah, I really thought so too. The way that they were having her senses kind of just hear the tap of the move of I believe it was the speaker, but now she's still safe in there because the room, for the most part, emptied out.
Yep.
If not, it is completely empty. But I thought for sure she was going to get caught in there too, because I'm curious about that dynamic of how they're going to handle it, being like, you. And I assume for sure now we've lost the teacher that went after her for sure.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen her
in
4 episodes.
I mean, we're moving on to episode 8 with 4 left. Now, of course, they could have written in there she made it somehow, right? And then we get quick backstory. But for now, I'm just going to assume she's donezo.
Well, this is still over the course of a couple hours.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing too, they had our interview with our scientist talking about the heat and the white blood cells fighting back. But normally on a show you would get some kind of contrast in the show where, as he's saying that, maybe something happens with our heroes here in the show where they start to maybe find that out. But we didn't get that. We just got that they realized that she didn't need to be tied up. She can be trusted, but nothing to do with heat, which I found curious.
This episode was exhausting. I mean, exhausting, especially our guy at the end. And I'm just going to call for all the other movie fans out there, I'll just refer to that person as Upham. And if you know, you know. He was Upham all the way. And it's so frustrating to see somebody in that situation.
On the moped?
The guy at the end.
The main villain.
No, the guy at the end with the door that kept.
Sorry,
I should have been a little bit more.
Kid with the door.
I should have been a little bit more. Yeah, at the very end. That's what I was referring to. The kid at the very end. He just make the decision to open the door and let people out. I get he's scared, but at first when they were pounding, it wasn't like I know he's worried if you let him in, how many people are behind you, but like people are screaming for help and you're just like, wasn't that our guy Gabriel in The Walking Dead basically?
Season 5.
Yeah. I mean, so
See,
this isn't a new concept in film or in TV that there's a bunch of people in need of help and somebody just sits by and watches large groups of people or another individual have their life put at risk because they're in action. But God, it's hard to watch every time. And this is the same kid that we saw earlier in the season, just, doing terrible things to that other female because he wouldn't stand up to the bullies. And it's like, dude, like, I don't expect everybody to be courageous. I know that's not reality and that's not how we're all wired. But at some point, like, just you got step up, dude. It's so exhausting to watch. And it's, we see people throughout the course of the, like the guys on the moped, right? Like that was a situation where the guy who wanted to take off, like I don't put him in the same category as this dude at the end because it's like, okay, we know we got to get the laptop. The guy's up on the roof. Yeah. He's appears to be relatively safe, at least for the time being.
There's 4 of you on a moped.
We have a baby and a child on a moped. I don't blame the guy for being like, let's go. He's okay. He's a grown man. He's on a roof. He's safe. We got to get out of here. They're coming. Like, but our guy at the end, that was just a totally different situation. And even when it's like, okay, you don't want to open the door yourself because you're scared, right? Like, I get it. But even at the end, it's like, okay, they have the military there. They have the weapons to protect you. And they did, interestingly, they showed, not interestingly, the writing's been great. They showed the flashback with the other girl. They were bullied and maybe they don't want to save anybody because they feel like, we saw him not standing up for her, but did anybody ever stand up for him? And maybe he feels like, nobody deserves me saving them at this point. But it sure is hard to watch because, of course, we've grown to really, get attached to this group of individuals. The way they cut to black, I'm guessing, something positive happens. We're not just going to lose our whole crew, but somebody got ninja bit here. And I shouldn't even call it ninja walker. It was a pretty aggressive simulation. Yeah. I'm wondering if we don't have our bad guy make it out onto the roof with the soldiers and he goes toe to toe with the military. But a great ending to the show. I like the way they gave us, a handful of different storylines. The soldier in the beginning, the first person view. We got our Chuck Norris. I'm just going to call him that for now. Who made it onto the island, made it into the armory, or made it across the water, made it into the armory, got himself some weaponry. And he's on a mission. But another phenomenal episode. Incredible writing, acting, all the way around. Just a great watch.
Yeah, huge shout out to all the extras that they use in here and all the physical things that they have to do. I mean, you're talking people bunched together, climbing and scratching and clawing over stuff, and that's some physical stuff that they got to do. So shout out to them. Visually
pleasing.
Yeah. With our main baddie, that actor's doing a great job of just absolutely making us hate him because now, when he approached his buddy under that vehicle, I was curious of like, is he really going to be like, oh, I can just end this guy right now? But I thought there was maybe a chance of like him just maybe a chance of him and the other kid just having a conversation of like, hey, how are we going to get out of this? But no, that guy just had to keep whack
and at that pushing
point, it
why it makes 100% sense. Why do I have to put up with this? I'm like,
he's a god here.
Yeah, I'm like invincible right now. They don't touch me.
Literally invincible. So why not take this piece of trash out? So I mean, it was kind of like the bad eat the bad a little bit, right? Yeah. And then he got annihilated by 30. So that was pretty interesting. So that was like the one time of like, all right, our main baddie did something good. Got rid of that piece of trash. No worries, right? So, but now it's back to hating him because now at the end here with that evil smile, him holding up one of the zombies. I don't know how the other two studs here are gonna just. I don't know how even 2-on-1. I still don't see how they're gonna do anything. because
Not with
they just
that
don't.
guy.
No, they just got to hope that door opens up and they can all get out and then slam it behind them.
Well, I'm sure you guys, because of your Walking Dead knowledge, right? Didn't someone use zombies like as like their like guard dogs type thing
All the time.
or they
Yeah.
would throw guys in there and just let the zombies.
There was
go at 'em?
multiple.
There was multiple different venues,
situations
but
where they were used.
So I always, because I mean, since I didn't watch it, but that just seems even more like, makes your hair stand up even more that there's a guy just holding what could end you and just like, I can unleash it right on you.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm glad this episode brought us back to a couple little things here because like the archers and the two friends there, them coming out of here, like the second that you saw those zombies take that corner, you're like, nope, abort this mission because this is not going to work. As far as those four go, I don't know how they're going to get out of this because you only have so many arrows left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to see how their story is going to play out, especially with all four of them, because they're all four different personalities. I mean, obviously the two teammates from being on the archer team, archery, are obviously have a good bond. The other two, kind of whatever. I mean, he called her out. Oh, you killed what's her face in the bathroom stall.
Yep.
So that dynamic is actually pretty interesting now. Again, panning to the mom when we had the camera of him talking to his mom in the camera. I'm glad they kind of brought us back to that to show that, oh yeah, don't forget the mom, is still here too. Cause you never know if they wandered off or not. So it was cool to see that the mom's still there from that perspective. And then yes, dude leaving on the moped with the kid. I feel so bad for that kid because that guy is in such a panic that I'm worried.
He's going to make a wrong move.
He's going to make a wrong choice and it's going to cost both of their lives. And the baby too. He's got the baby.
All three of them are done.
I'm worried about the two kids. That's right. He had the baby too, so I'm worried about the two kids. But again, and like I was saying before, at what point do you have to ask yourself, hey, I can't save everyone. And that guy only had a hurt leg on top of a roof. So he looked, for the most part, he looked safe.
Looked like he was all right. Yep.
Yeah. So again,
it's not like he was driving
just
a
wild.
bus either. He was driving a moped. It could barely fit those
Yeah,
four on
two
there.
adults and a baby and a child on there. That's not going to work.
So-
The other thing that I like about this episode is we had the breakout of our different groups at different stages. We had the military. We had, our two guys on the moped. And then everybody else and all the other groups. And they're all at other stages of kind of figuring out what's going on with the zombies and how we could deal with them. Our main group figured out, that they can use the music to lure them in. Our guy in the moped figured out I can use a choke point to maybe get them all stuck in an alley as they wedge in there. So I like the creativity that they're using on all of our different heroes and their different situations and where they are with kind of understanding how to defeat this enemy they have.
Well, we can't wait to keep seeing them figure stuff out because this is
Open the doors.
This has been a very fun show. Yeah,
Open the door.
Just go click and let them out.
By the way, that cardboard ain't doing shit when you get bit.
You
folks.
never
You
know
this.
Layers. Stop.
You know
Layers.
If you had
this.
thick enough cardboard with packaging tape over it, that would absolutely stop teeth from puncturing.
I bet if you did like two magazines.
To me, absolutely not,
tape.
because of the way how that rage virus is in them. I think it'd be 3 chomps and then they're through it.
Iron jaw or lockjaw?
That's just my
We should do you know what we should do? Add it to the list of challenges. We could wrap like a sausage so we could simulate an arm. We could get like a big sausage and wrap it in a few layers of cardboard with packaging tape and see if we could bite through it.
You had me at sausage.
I'm not going to risk my teeth.
Where are you going to get the virus from so we could turn full zombie, though?
Yeah, and get the
It's
rage.
packaging tape and cardboard. I'm not asking you to bite into a rock.
Well, dude, we're doing.
We're not going to have the rage.
We're going to have to
though.
be dentist super.
I'm pretty sure my dentist wouldn't want me biting into cardboard and packaging
our
tape.
quack of a dentist might
Well,
not
we got to
like
do the
that.
full comparison.
We'll get simulated jaws.
Yeah, you get them fake teeth. We'll see how much pressure it takes.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, if
There
Mythbusters
you
was
go.
still around, it could easily do that. Look, this has been so much fun. Hopefully you all enjoyed as much as we have so far. Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. Catch you on the next one, pals.